let's start today picking some orders. And the first sale are a pair of DMs. Look at these, they're literally scuffed everywhere. They sold for £30 and they will go as a small parcel. Look at this, back-to-back footwear sales. A pair of Fit Feels, £28 and free postage. We only listed this yesterday and it sold already for £40. A Logitech keyboard. Yeah, that's a nice little unexpected sale, to be fair. 40 quid for a Logitech keyboard. We will definitely take that. The next item is inside the box 5, and it's a Mercedes E-Class toe cap that sold for £14.95. That is on consignment, so after fees and postage, we'll slash it down the middle, and that is what we're left over. So probably we will bank about £5 there or thereabouts from that. So that's a nice little sell indeed. And we didn't have to pay anything for it. So that's £5, pure profit, nothing, don't need to spend a single penny on this item, which is why I highly recommend, if you don't already, try and do some business on consignment. That way you don't have to steamroll the business. You can rely on other people to give you the stock, and then after fees and postage, you can agree a percentage and go on from there. It just really helps with cash flow. So £14.99 sale, £5 profit straight into my bank account. This is a nice sale indeed, a Aston Villa goalkeeper shirt. It doesn't have Martinez on the back. I actually sold that to my brother, but this one is just a plain one, and that sold for £50. I absolutely love football, so when I can sell football shirts like this, it just makes my job seem the best job in the world. Like, I can appreciate football shirts, and that is a nice little sale. This is a nice sale because it creates some space on the rack, and it's a really good sale. A Cindy Surprise Supercard, which we got from our £8,000 buyout from Sam a couple of months ago, has finally sold for £79.99. Now that is more like it. Next sale is in the Games 6 box, and we've sold, I think, Super Paper Mario on Nintendo Wii, Nintendo stuff flying now. Christmas is around the corner. £9.95. Racking free, and I am looking, here they are, a pair of unbranded, but they just look really nice, ankle boots. No idea on brand. They have absolutely, well, the only information they have is that, and that doesn't really correspond to anything. £29.95 plus next day delivery postage. But yeah, the back and forth we had with this buyer yesterday, last night, was incredible. I'm just glad that he's kind of just bought them now and we can move on, because he was sending probably 18, 19, maybe even 20 messages last night regarding these shoes, so they're probably going to get returned. Well, let's be honest, if buyers are asking questions after they've bought the item, you know it's going to be a funny old transaction, let's put it that way. Just a couple more sales, which is pretty good, because all these sales that I've shown you today so far are from last night. So we had a fairly good night of sales, to be honest with you. A Liverpool Champions League coat. Thought we could get a little bit more than what we did, but let's just get it gone. It's been, you know, we want to hit that £190,000 target, don't we? That sold for £31. I'm still happy with that. I can't even remember how much that owes us. I think that owes us £3, if I'm being brutally honest. So £3 into 31. Yes, please. And the last sale of last night sits within Games 5, and we are looking for. No, that was easy. Very nice. The Warriors, £17.95. So a nice modest box full of sales, and which makes it even better is none of that is difficult to pack. I'm now going to pack all them items, and Connor is going to do the labels. So did somebody say time-lapse time? That is packing completed for this morning. But obviously we work on the same day dispatch, so if anyone orders from now till midday, it has to go the same day. We pack up towards when every comes, so if every comes at 2 o'clock, we'll continuously pack any sales that happen until then. So this morning's sesh is done. Let's do a little bit of a listing montage. We got a Columbia jacket listed for £25. A Chaffin long sleeve polo listed for £25. Fat face wool long sleeve jumper, got that listed for £25. A Tolchan wool and cashmere cardigan, got that listed for £28. It's that time of season, a vintage Christmas sweater. Going to get that listed for £20. We then have a Noble horse jacket. We're going to list that for £25. A horsewear fleece, believe it or not, we're going to get that listed for also £25. A pair of Gymshark long trousers, we're going to get them listed for, you guessed it, £25. We then have an Ariat body warmer. We're going to get that listed brand new with tags. We're going to list that for £60. A Ralph Lauren boys pinstripe shirt. Going to get that listed for £15. A linen and wool blend All Saints tailored jacket. Going to get that listed for £60. That's nice. We bought that for a tenner at a local charity shop. A Thomas Burberry coat. This is really, really nice. Going to get that listed for £50. An Arc'teryx t-shirt, which we picked up for £8. Going to list that for £30. A single stitch true vintage Christmas t-shirt. I still believe in Father Christmas. Going to get that listed for about 15 to 20 quid. It's that brand again, Thomas Burberry. Going to list that for £28. And the last item of clothing is this All Saint jacket with its matching belt. All Saints cracking brand. We're going to get that listed for about £45. So yes, not a bad listing session done this morning as well. We've done the majority of the packing and we've done a big step to our £1,250 target when it comes to listing. So let's see where the rest of the day takes us. Oh, you know what? We might as well continue doing some listing. Here we have a Tetris with its Nintendo game cover and a manual, which is crazy. Like, look at the condition of that manual as well. That's insane. That's absolutely stunning. And with its case and its manual, I don't know why I've said manual 3 different ways today, but it is what it is. We're going to list that for 15 quid. Next job is to get inside of this DMG01. If you've ever wondered what an inside of a Nintendo Game Boy looks like, well, here you have it. Yeah, I think for now we're going to put this project away because I'm spending too much time on it and getting absolutely nowhere with it. So time is money. Because we spent so much time on that, we need to list some items because you're not going to get your bills paid if you don't get items listed and sold. So let's pick a couple of items out now. We needed this game and I've just found it in a random box so that we can complete that NES Scope 6 set, which will be a very nice listing indeed. This is a super clean version of a Nintendo Scope 6. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. And now is the most perfect time to be listing this sort of stuff. And again, it's that brand Nintendo. Next job is to test this Red Dragon G1 sort of keyboard thing. It's a USB-C with a USB end. I'm going to plug it into the laptop, go onto a program like Notepad and type away and see if it works. It's not doing anything. So do I go and find another laptop or another cable? Because it could be the cable, but it also could be the actual item in question. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It does actually work. We just needed a new cable. So it was the cable that was the problem. I'm glad I changed the cable just to make sure, because now that is working really, really nicely. Should be a nice 20-ish, £22 listing there. Yep, just got this listed for £22. And that owes us £2.50 from a local car boot sale that we did on Sunday. Video would have been out on Monday, so if you haven't seen that video after watching this video, go to Monday's video. It's a nice little car boot sale, to be fair. But I must pre-pack this now and get it skewed up. That was super easy to pack. I know I say it time and time again, but get yourself one of these packing benches. We have 2 and they are absolutely amazing. Packing is actually very, very pleasant when you have a dedicated area for packing. Look at that, lovely jubbly. But yeah, if you're just starting out, then I don't think it's advised to put a lot of money into your packing area. I just think because we've been going now for 6 years, our money's spent better, like speeding up processes. But when you're first starting, concentrating on what you're buying, how much you're buying, and where you're buying it from. And then when you get a bit more established, invest some of your money into a packing area, because it's an absolute game changer. Something that we sell really, really well of are these cassette holder sort of wooden boxes. They're really nice. We got maybe like 6 of these from a charity shop last weekend. I didn't actually record any of that stuff because sometimes, when you do so much recording every single day, the last thing you want to do is record on a weekend. So I was giving myself a break from recording, but we still do source a little bit here, there and everywhere on the weekend, and we found these. So we're going to list these today. A single stack like this, probably £25. However, we do actually have some double ones of these, which we should be able to get at least 30 quid for. So I need to do some wood polishing on some of this just to tidy it up a little bit, and it should look really nice for listing. And a little bit of a polish, and that is looking absolutely sensational. Because we have a fair few of these, when we come to pre-pack them, we must make sure they are on different racks. So when it comes to selling, we've got the exact one that is sold. You're probably thinking, why can't you just do a multi-listing, Kieran? Well, all the conditions are slightly different on these, so I'm going to list them individually, and then they're going to get skewed up individually on different racks, just to make sure when the buyer does buy them, it's getting the correct one, like so. Yeah, I think we've probably got about 6 of them to get listed, hopefully today. Is Christmas nearly here when the Co-op does its festive range? And yes, I bought a festive wrap. So does that mean that Christmas is literally around the corner? Let me know in the comment section below. And have you started buying Christmas presents? Because I'll let you into a little secret. I have. We have had a flurry of sales in the last 5 minutes. We've sold 3 items in the last 5 minutes. So let's show you what's sold. 1,054, which is a sea salt Cornwall tunic dress. That sold for £23. We are looking for 0032, which are hiding on the corner. A pair of Clarks, Mary Jane style. Look at these. Nothing groundbreaking here. However, they sold for £32.95. I had these Levi's for 155 days, and that's why I sipped an offer of £20. Levi's 501s out the door. Happy days. So yeah, 3 really nice sales, to be fair, and it's nice to get some clothing out the door, some trainers out the door. Considering we're listing electronics and gaming stuff today, clothing stuff is selling. It's a weird and wonderful place, isn't it, eBay? Isn't this the cleanest Street Fighter 2 Super Nintendo entertainment system you've ever seen in your life? It comes complete with poster, which is absolutely ridiculously good condition, and everything's got its original poly bags. I very much doubt this has been used very much at all. Everything's got everything. Inserts are looking absolutely clean. The polystyrene box is looking clean. I think we're going to be able to charge a very hefty price for that. And if you have seen a cleaner SNES system in your life, let me know in the comment section below. But I don't think you're going to. Oh my days, look at that. Oh, Street Fighter 2, baby. And also, we've just pulled out a NES action set with the remotes, posters and everything. But, and it's a big but, I'm very much tempted to keep the Super Nintendo and the NES for my personal collection. However, should I or shouldn't I? Let me know in the comment section below. Would you buy these and keep them for yourself if they were your stock, or would you sell them? I keep umming and ahhing about it, and I really do think I want them. Decision has been made. I am keeping this one, and I'm keeping that one. Isn't that a major problem in what we do? You end up keeping half your stock. I can't believe I'm doing it, but I am. I'm keeping both of them. So I look at it as, it's the perks of the job. We're keeping the SNES, we're keeping the NES, and it's going to go in my collection today. Change of scenery. We're going to go and hit a charity shop, because I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling that we might actually find some bits in today's charity shop. So I'll see you guys at the charity shop. I wonder if we're going to find anything today, because sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. I guess there's only one way to find out. £5. That seems really good price for these gel nooses. Asics, £5. Women's, I think we'll take them. We probably won't actually. That's a little bit worse for wear. That's a shame. We'll put them back. It's not looking too promising for us in this charity shop anyway. which makes me think we should go to another one. Yep, let's get out of here and go to the next one. We haven't found anything in this charity shop for a while, so hopefully today we can change that. And I think we might be off to a fairly good start. I have Clark's Original, probably for the summer, but for £4, we're on to a winner. Let's flipping go. That's more like it. This is lovely. Thomas Burberry. Extra large. £6. Nice Harrington jacket. £6. Come on, let's go. A pair of brand new fat face jeans. £6. Should be able to get like 25 for them on eBay. Also, might get this GoldenEye, £2.50. It's probably about a tenner on eBay, so probably going to profit about £5 after fees and postage. It's just nice to find a game in a charity shop. Well, that's more like it. An Iceland bag full of good stuff. But I think I'm going to end today's video there, so I've got enough time to get this video edited and uploaded and thumbnailed for your faces. So I'm going to go back to the unit and do some bits off camera this afternoon, and I'll pick up the camera tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. Oh yeah, I did have a question from one of you guys in yesterday's video. Why £190,000 turnover? Well, I got challenged by Scott, which is a subscriber of mine and a really good friend of mine now. Actually, we see each other probably once a week, and he challenged me to £190,000 turnover this year. I set myself 170,000. He set me 190,000. So that's why. I'd love to do £250,000 net, maybe next year, but yeah, £250,000 would be absolutely insane, wouldn't it? Maybe next year. £250,000. Oh, that'd be a hell of a challenge. But anyway, guys, that's the reason why I'm doing £190,000, because one of you guys challenged me to it. And to keep myself accountable, I thought I'd do daily videos until we hit it. I've been your boy Kieran. I'll see you beautiful lot very, very soon. Bish, bash, flipping, bosh.